现在改用 OBS 来实况看看。哪一个？啊，随便开始吧。我懒得发谱，我就其实应该发一下谱，然后发一下好了。唉，发一下。等我一下哦。Steam。Penny 的房间，我昨天好像把那些应该都弄了。Penny 的房间好像也都看完了，去找一下 Penny 好了。我还蛮喜欢她的鸟园的。他有没有什么东西没看？哦，这边。
Yes, it's my my flower.
Your flower.
Like it?
I'm no good at caring for plants. I forget to water them. Birds are much easier. They're a lot more vocal when they get thirsty.
Do you at least like the look of the flower?
The look?
The colors? The shape of it?
Between you and me, I think it's a little vulgar.
这个又是什么？
That's rather strange now, isn't it?
We found it in your room.
Just lying around, was it?
Nope. You'd hidden it, but we found it.
We do that.
Who's the her in the message? And what's the deal with the petals?
It's really none of your business.
OK。Stranger。这边应该也都看过了。
I don't like mirrors.
How do you
I do, but wait. I can feel it.
好，我们先去其他地方看看。我需要找其他人吗？看一下，我看一下。我给他看日期好了。
Don't know what that is.
Weird, considering we found it hidden in your room.
Well, my room is full of junk. There's probably a bunch of stuff hidden in there. I don't mean like... Please stop talking to me. Yeah, it's mine.
弹给我
Can
听
you。play the tune for us?
Sure. It's literally 8 notes. I have it memorized.
Dun 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 dun. Oh?
Yeah, It's mine.
What's so special about it?
I got it from my teacher. It's the first piece I ever learned.
How long have you been playing?
Since the day I turned 6. Family tradition. I was really excited to start learning. As soon as I got out of my first lesson, I told Freya and Fifi all about it. When I arrived at my second lesson the next day, Freya was there too. She hadn't asked permission, just showed up. For 2 whole years, the teacher taught us both.
Was Freya any good?
She would have been even better than me, if she'd stuck with it. But one day, she just stopped coming to lessons.
Why?
That's just it. There was no reason. That's when I realized things were different for her.
哦，诶，什么意思？怎么叫把他留在那里 ？I don't know.
Did you find that in Fifi's room?
No. Should we have?
No, it's just... It looks like something she'd use, don't you think? Oh, you've been to the greenhouse? What did you think?
Impressive, I guess. But kind of unsettling with Fitz lurking in the shadows the whole time.
Yeah, he does that. Is that a gardening trowel?
Yeah, I think it belongs to Fitz.
Really? Huh, never seen him use it.
Do you know where those earmuffs came from?
I put them there.
原来是你。
I found them lying around. I think they belong to Fitz. I put them on the statue so he'd see them. I thought they looked like headphones, like he's in the recording studio with his guitar. No?
So
If
cute.
they do belong to Fitz, he hasn't taken them back yet. When did you find them?
This morning.
Where?
I don't know, in a hallway. Can't remember exactly. I see a lot of birds up in the rooftop garden. They seem to really like it up there.
Why's that?
It's quiet. That belongs to Flora, I think. I think it's kind of cruel to keep 3 birds in one cage like that.
Does Penny not let them out to fly?
Oh, she does. She must do. But I don't think they're allowed to go far. Penny can be a little protective. Never seen that one before. Was it in the greenhouse?
No, we found it in Penny's room.
Right.
什么意思？
Those petals.
What about them?
It's nothing. They're just unusual.
我觉得很有趣，就所有东西都给他们看，就感觉很有趣。我去找一下飞机。站在那边真的很诡异。不对，我应该按这边。OK。
This is yours, Fitz?
Yeah,
Do you use it?
I keep all my tools in the greenhouse.
That wasn't what she asked.
Wait, those are mine, the earmuffs. They went missing about a week ago.
What do you need earmuffs for?
I use them for gardening sometimes.
Why? You don't own a chainsaw, do you?
No, I wear them while I'm gardening, and it stops people from trying to talk to me.
That's genius.
That's genius. Yes.
We found these up in the rooftop garden. Do you know how long they've been there?
No, could have been a long time. We don't ever really clear up the rooftop garden.
Why not?
Nature is unruly. In truth, it prefers to be left alone. Penelope knows about birds. You should ask her instead.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about something. There's a plant mentioned on this page, see? Do you have any? In the greenhouse?
No, I don't grow that anymore. I've tried, in the past. It's incredibly difficult, even for me. I could never get it to live more than a couple of weeks.
为什么实况跟我的进度差这么多啊？这也太奇怪了。为什么？这样设定。我没有按实况延迟啊，按全。我没有按实况延迟，但是我的实况延迟好多。
Penelope's 3 favorite birds. She's very protective over them.
Are they like her pets? Do they have names?
Oh, they have names. Penelope loves to name things.
Do you remember what she named them?
I do not. A flower.
Yeah, it's a flower. We found it in Penny's room.
Okay.
Mean anything to you?
Why would it?
Come on.
I don't really go into Penny's room or anywhere in Pointer Tower. I just don't have a reason to. Those petals, they,
What?
they're red.
There's something about the report of Fitz going up Pointer Tower. Something suspicious.
Let's ask him about it.
我按现在就去，不是应该就直接现在就去？好可惜。这边吗？是哪边？哦，这里是天文塔。哦，这是那个。
You know, I've always wanted one of those.
A mechanical solar system? What would you do with it?
I would look at it.
这边应该要解谜。
Wait a minute. Earth in the middle, sun on the outside. How old is this thing?
5颗行星，太阳和月亮。哦，我是要怎么样？哦，我看懂了。这个对，这个要这样。反正给它对齐就对了。 这个也一样，那这个嘞？这个可以，那应该是这个。可以了，这样 ，OK。I got it. 我的实况真的延迟好多哦，怎么会这样子呢？真的让我好奇怪，为什么？怎么会延迟成这样子？应该怎么做？好，算了，没关系。
Something unlocked.
There's a little hatch underneath? What's in there?
A bunch of paper. Looks like somebody's research.
哇，虫虫，金甲虫。Okay.
It's tidier than my desk. The notebook is empty.
So, even the most well-used notebooks start off blank.
It's tidier than my desk. The notebook is untouched.
So, even the most well-used notebooks.
A picture frame.
With no picture.
It's a chart of the solar system. Which planet are you from, Sal? It's a chart of which planet? A bell jar.
What do people normally keep?
Other than bells, you mean? A spyglass to the stars.
They're in very good condition.
Trinkets.
They're clearly gizmos. What is it?
It's clearly some kind of large...
You're not wrong.
Trinkets.
They're clearly gizmo. Pretty.
It's too cloudy to see any stars.
It's also daytime.
Let's at least introduce ourselves.
Always a good roll.
It's tidier than the notebook.
So, even the most well-used notebooks.
Shh, listen. Do you hear them?
看头发
The stars. They're
有个像房子一样，好可爱。
so quiet and yet so loud.
What are they whispering about? Are they spreading rumors about us?
I shouldn't think they concern themselves with such insignificance. We are but specks of dust, you and I.
Could this speck of dust start by telling me his name?
You find yourself standing in the astronomy tower of one Professor Percival Pointer.
Seems like this tower belongs to the Pointers, and the other one belongs to the Fellows.
Well observed, my dear. Tangle Tower is something of a duality, as it happens. Meaningless boundaries, really. They exist only in our minds.
Helpful.
Me? Not much to say. Strictly speaking, I'm the current head of the Pointer family. And of course, father to my precious Poppy.
And a professional astronomer?
Oh no, that's just a little hobby. I mean, yes, I've studied the stars for over 35 years, published 17 books.
Just a little hobby.
Sounds like
Just
you're
a
quite
little
well known. You must bring in a good amount of money.
Oh dear me, no. My field of research has never yielded any kind of stable financial return. Nor would I expect it to. I am nothing but a humble interpreter for the cosmos, working to translate its message so that I may share it with the world.
Cool. Tell the Cosmos I say hi.
你昨天怎
The
么
day
样？
began as any other, with blissful, unremarkable routine. I took my usual morning walk around the gardens. Fresh air does wonders for the mind.
Did you see anyone else?
Penelope and Fitz were in the greenhouse together. I didn't bother them, of course. I sat for a while besides the pond in the garden. It's a favorite spot of mine. Eventually, I returned to my tower and buried myself in my studies for the afternoon.
Did you use your telescope yesterday?
Once the stars began to appear, naturally.
For how long?
I can't say. I've been known to lose hours at my telescope.
Did you see anything?
No actual discoveries, if that's what you mean.
So you were all alone up in the astronomy tower. Must have been a while before you found out what had happened to Freya.
Quite. Normally, I would be the last to find out about such a thing. But a curious tug of fate led me towards the fellow tower later that evening.
奇异的命运。公尺。
I was at my telescope for the majority of the evening, but at one point I returned to my desk to look something up in a reference book. I couldn't find the book I wanted, so I figured Fiona must have borrowed it. I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall. I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library. She looked impatient and slightly frustrated.
Same as ever then?
Quite. I passed her by and went upstairs to Fiona's room. The door was locked, but I could hear shouting coming from inside. I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter. I had no desire to invade their privacy by eavesdropping, so I waited for them to finish and come out into the hall. Before I could ask about the book, Poppy grabbed my hand and took me upstairs along with Fiona. It was apparent that both of them had already been crying about something. We went up to Flora's tower. Freya was laying on her back, right in the middle of the room. Flora and Fitz were already there. They both looked stoic as ever. Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did, and then Fiona went downstairs with Poppy for some reason. I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
Why did you leave so quickly? Wasn't there anything you could have done to help?
Don't take this the wrong way, but the whole ordeal is fellow family business. I'm quite sure they don't need me getting in the way at a time like that. A listless soul drifting through the ether.
What's wrong with her?
Not sure. She's always been troubled. Comes from a dysfunctional family. I'd say you could ask her about it, but I think you might find that to be a bit of a dead end. Hard to read, that one, but she seems to know what she's doing.
She's kind of mean.
You know, I simply assumed all detectives were sharp, rigorous, and thorough. Then, of course, I met you. I don't especially want to talk about myself. Introspection often leads to vanity.
Wait, does it?
Why don't we discuss the moons of Jupiter instead?
I'm not sure if we have time. Aren't there like 10 of them?
83.
Yeah, we
太
got
多了吧？
Nobody could deny her talent. She was remarkable, artistically gifted, but also highly intelligent.
Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, you know.
Was she ever interested in astronomy?
I don't think she was. The fault may well lie with me for failing to inspire her. But I think she was captivated by more tangible things here on Earth. My daughter loved her. Fiona, too. That said, in the last year or so, more and more I've begun to notice her by herself, wandering the gardens at the most peculiar hours. She must have explored every inch of the grounds 100 times over. Quite a restless spirit, I think. I'm surprised she chose to live at Tangle Tower as long as she did. Ah, Penelope, our resident ornithologist.
Penny's your niece, is that right?
At this moment in time, until she marries the gardener.
She'll still be your niece.
But she'll depart from the world of the Pointers and join the Fellows. Like rats deserting a sinking ship. Ah, yes, the heiress of Tangle Tower. Goodness knows what'll happen when she takes charge. I dare say she'll confiscate my telescope and replace it with a microscope.
She doesn't seem to be the type to impress her will on others.
Still, keep an eye on her. Dangerously intelligent, that one.
You sound jealous. Wait, are you two science rivals?
Oh no, we operate on very different
对啊，很
wavelengths.
惨的吧？
Literally.
一个天文，一个是科学。
What do you want me to say? He's the gardener.
He's a member of the family.
Yeah, but not the Pointer family.
What happened to his parents, do you know?
His father, Flint, is Felix's brother. Strange man. Don't think anybody knows what happened to him.
角色有
but he
够
certainly
多的
doesn't
啦，
live
有
here
的天
anymore.
哪！
What about his mother?
Emily? I've not met her. She never actually married into the fellow family. Her relationship with Flint was, it was short-lived. My puppy.
My
pride
puppy.
and joy. Exceptionally talented pianist from a young age. She... Hold on. Why is she on your list of suspects?
Because she's a suspect.
Oh, no. I can personally vouch for her innocence. She'd never... Well, the truth is, she loved Freya very dearly.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened to Poppy's mother?
Primrose? She was Flora's sister, a Remington by birth. The playing field has never really been even since she left.
Where did she go?
Away. She went away.
好，
So which one is Tangle Tower?
What's that?
There are 2 towers, right? Flora's tower and your astronomy tower.
Neither? Truly, I have no idea. You'd have to ask Flora.
She named the house?
The whole thing is a result of her squabbling with her family.
With Felix, you mean? Her husband?
No, her brother and sister, and her father. The Remington family was a rather tumultuous little unit, you
Remington.
see. I don't think Flora has spoken with any of them in over a decade.
这个游戏的世
Not
界观
exactly a wealth of
也
information,
不
is
算
it?
很庞大，就是整
It's
个
enough.
家族的故事的感觉，就是
A very
很
old
多啊。
statue indeed. I'd recommend you leave it well alone. The poor fellow's in bad enough shape as it is. Isn't the process of decay fascinating?
It's not really decaying. It's plastic.
It's becoming one with nature, all the same.
Really?
Where on earth did you find that?
It was in a bush outside. I think someone threw it away.
How peculiar. I find that painting to be in rather bad taste.
Oh, yeah?
粗
The
俗
knife with real blood on it? The whole thing is rather vulgar.
我现在有点热。哎呀，我的手机掉了。
Here's a thought. Do you suppose the paintbrush could be the murder weapon? After all, it was found at the scene, right next to Freya's body.
I guess it's possible.
Yes，想去装点水。
Is this important?
Possibly.
Possibly.
Curious little thing, isn't it? You know what she keeps in there?
Nothing. At the moment. It was empty when we opened it.
How bizarre.
Can't a woman keep an empty egg in her room?
那很奇怪啊，感觉里面就是要放东
Pointer
西。
property originally purloined by the fellows. Typical. I haven't seen that tape for a long time. Who broke it?
No idea.
Ah, well, possessions are fleeting, my friends.
对，好好吃哦。
A diary can be a wonderful outlet for an outpouring of one's soul.
How do you know it's a diary?
I suppose I don't, but it does look like a diary. Curious creature, isn't it? Some sort of amphibious bipedal fishman.
Playing a trumpet.
Playing a trumpet, yes. What a precious photograph. She hasn't changed a bit,
他是
has she?
谁？
Who?
Oh, if you don't know, perhaps I don't either. Oh my, this is the first piece that Primrose ever learnt on the piano. Primrose, that is Poppy's mother. She passed it down to Poppy when she started teaching her how to play.
Poppy's piano teacher was her mother?
Of course. Warms my heart to know that after everything, Poppy still has it up on her wall.
哦，这人到底是谁？一定跟 Poppy 有关系。然后这个东西一定是他的。然后等一下哦，哎呀，他一定跟 Poppy 还有菲亚有关系。
What's this?
It looks like it might be a telescope. Thought you might know something about it.
Well, it certainly is a telescope. It has a part there to screw onto a tripod, you see. It's rather small, though. I'm not sure you could see many stars with it.
No, probably not.
Fitz seems rather keen to grow things like this in his greenhouse, doesn't he?
What's wrong with that?
Well, you can't eat it. Makes you wonder why he bothers at all. Oh, you found a murder weapon?
Steady on. It's just a gardening trowel.
Looks like a weapon to me. I've seen those earmuffs before. They're the ones Fitz always wears when he's out the front gardening.
Always wears?
Whenever I've seen him, yes. I think you may wish to adjust your threshold of what you consider to be a clue. That's a very old book, isn't it? Looks like someone could have taken better care of it.
I like the look of a well-read book. Better than one that's never been opened.
Ah, well put.
说得很好。
That's rather a small cage for
我
three
也觉得好
birds,
挤
isn't
哦。
it? But then, aren't we all trapped in a cage?
Yes.
What kind of flower is that?
We're not sure. I think it might be the only one of its kind.
Primrose would know. My wife was a floriculturalist.
Really?
Best in the field. That's a flower joke, but she was.
Interesting.
Well now, that is most definitely none of my business. Quite possibly none of yours either.
So, we found some research. What's up with this golden beetle? Is this something you're studying?
I can't help you, I'm afraid. I think it must be something left behind by a previous inhabitant of Tangle Tower.
Really?
I'm not the first scientist to ever walk these halls, you know.
Well, it wasn't in the halls. It was in the astronomy tower.
好哦，这样子好像讲完了嘛。
There's something about Hawkshaw's handheld microscope. Something suspicious.
Yeah.
Let's ask her about it.
This little microscope thing, you said you used it to search the greenhouse.
And this would make perfect sense if you knew what my client had asked me to find. Of course, I still have no intention of disclosing that information.
You're such a tease, Hawkshaw. Don't worry, we already worked out what you're searching for.
哈，他在找什么？这个吗？
You're not as hopeless as you look.
Thanks.
So, that's what you were looking for in the greenhouse? This beetle?
Surely even you can understand the logic of it. The
Oh.
greenhouse is home to a great many insects. The gardener could have easily kept the beetle hidden in there.
Well, Fitz said you questioned him, but didn't actually search the greenhouse.
He is not exactly the type to appreciate subtlety. He simply didn't notice that I was using my microscope.
What do you reckon, Grimoire?
I know for a fact she didn't use the microscope in the greenhouse.
根本就不是显微镜。
Not a microscope at all.
All of a sudden, Detective Grimoire is some kind of expert on microscopes.
Phoebe 说了什么啊？
The handheld microscope, according to Fifi, uses a microscopic lens. So Hawkshaw was honest. Nope.
太烂。
The handheld microscope is a part of a telescopic lens, so Hawkshaw lied about it. Almost. Maybe just change.
Fifi 有说过吗？我忘记了。
Handheld
哦
microscope,
哦，对，
according to Fifi, uses a telescopic lens, so Hawkshaw lied about it. I'm inclined to believe Fifi when it comes to stuff like this.
Hawkshaw, why did you lie about owning a telescope?
When you were a child, what did you aspire to become?
A detective? Naturally.
Emperor of the Galaxy?
I wanted to be an astronomer.
Really?
I harbored a desire to understand the secrets
Really?
of the wider universe. A fool's errand, to be sure, but a seductive one. At 15, I decided instead to apply my intelligence to the world around me. And so, I became a detective. But the yearning for elusive knowledge is a powerful force. I tried to keep it with me.
Sorry, but we're way off track. What's the deal with the little telescope?
A memento from my childhood. Little more than a toy.
Why did you bring it with you?
When I discovered that it was Professor Pointer who had hired me, I dared to consider it something of a planetary alignment. I had hoped he might sign my telescope. An extremely childish indulgence, I admit.
I never would have guessed.
Hold on. You're admitting you didn't use it in the greenhouse then?
Correct. As it happens, I have no need to search the greenhouse to such a degree. Professor Pointer doesn't consider the gardener a suspect in our theft investigation.
So, who is your suspect?
Things have become complicated. My lead suspect is your murder victim.
哈，
So, Fitz, I have a report that you were seen sneaking up Pointer Tower, holding a knife.
That's not right. I don't go into Pointer Tower. I don't own a knife. And I don't sneak. Was it Fifi who told you this?
How did you know that?
A guess. She doesn't like me very much. But yeah, she was mistaken. Maybe she wasn't wearing her eye lens thing.
What do you think, Grimoire?
I don't know.
Fifi did see Fitz, but he was holding something else.
So, if it wasn't a knife, what was it?
哦，我觉得是这个。
What about this?
That.
Is it yours?
It was a gift. It's sentimental. I have no reason to take it up Pointer Tower. I don't use it at all.
用来买什么？组合的部分。哦，有什么理由？Pointer 有什么？我觉得他进入思考模式之后，我居然不能够跳出去，我只能瞎猜。用来买什么？好难哦，毫无头绪也答。这样呢？
An ornate trowel.
哦，叮了哦。
Used by Fitz to look after a potted flower in Penny's room.
That flower.
Yes?
I've never seen it before.
We need a clue to compare to that flower. Something that proves its connection to Fitz.
我知道 ，lace 吗
That's not right.
？That's right.
We need a clue that's got some connection to this one.
Let's take a closer look at these.
有什么关联？
That's not a sentence. We still need to highlight a detail of each clue.
哦，要这样弄啊！
The pot and soil in Penny's room matches the pot and soil found in Fitz's greenhouse.
Yes.
Let me guess. Penny's flower was originally a gift from you, Fitz. There's no way it's a coincidence.
No way what's a coincidence?
The flower. It looks exactly like Penny.
It took me a long time to breed. I wanted the colors to be exactly right.
That's some gift.
Turns out Penny isn't particularly interested in looking after plants. So I go into her room every now and again, when she's not there. Water the flower, change the soil. Just trying to keep it alive.
然后呢？应该没什么东西，就这样吧。还需要吗？应该不用。对，其实我还OK 啦，不会卡很久，还行，随便看好了。哦，这里是 Freya 的房间。This
Just
is
little
what?
trinkets.
Let's leave them alone.
好哦。
Freya's bear.
Looks pretty depressed.
He's had a rough couple of days. Painting supplies. That
这张
painting
是什么？
is really something.
Why would you want it looming over your bed like that?
Maybe Freya enjoyed the atmosphere it creates.
The atmosphere of chaos and oppression?
Hang on. There's a smaller version down by the floor.
It's a photograph.
What is this?
It's a fish, I think.
I think it looks more like a whale.
No,
Fine.
it's
Could
beer.
also be a shark. Painting supplies.
A pillow with a paw.
It's a cushion.
Yeah, but that doesn't illustrate. It's a little glass box.
I think it's a vivarium.
Come again?
See the leaves and twigs in there? Might have been for keeping insects.
That's weird.
What did you find in the drawer?
Nothing. They're completely empty. Not the kind of lamp I choose for my bedroom, but fair enough.
It's cool. Looks like old mining equipment or something.
Freya's plants. They must not need sunlight? Freya's plants. They must not... Drawings.
What's that one on?
Looks like one of them's holding a red rose.
哦 ，Popping 跟 Fizz 站在花园里，拿着一朵红玫瑰。Fizz 画像，侦探的画像。好 ，OK。
There's something about those petals we found in Penny's room. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
等一下吧。
It's Freya's bed. A little bit messy.
It's a perfectly healthy amount of messy.
这个是什么？
It's a little wooden box for paintbrushes.
To the casual observer.
哦，
They're
拼拼
not real
图。
paintbrushes. Looks like they're part of some kind of lock mechanism.
这是要怎样？这个跟这个，这个是这个吧？这样，这样 and 这样 ，yes。什么意思？哦，应该是，例如说最左边是最短的，是吗？有什么意思 ？I don't know。1、2、3、4、5、6，1、2、3、4、5、6。 它颜色不对啊。它如果是这样看的话，它颜色又不能。哦，这是它的杆子啊，这是它杆子颜色，不是它的笔的头的颜色。哦 ，I know， 所以是这个。然后这个是绿色的，这个就这个了。然后橘色最短的是这个。然后1、2、3、4，第4个是蓝的。第4个是蓝，第5个是这样子。OK.
There we go.
Perfect.
Perfect.
What was in the box?
Just a photograph. Well, most of a photograph.
Yeah， 可以拼起来了。这是他们的妈妈吗？我不能把它拼在一起吗？
Pink cassette tape. Something suspicious.
Let's ask Poppy about it.
这边还有什么可以看的？
Brushes.
They're clean, but they look pretty.
There's no natural light in here at all.
Yes.
I like it.
I don't like it.
Do you think this was always supposed to be a bedroom?
I don't know. It is kind of a weird shape.
No windows either.
Yes.
Just little trinkets.
Let's leave them alone.
应该没什么。
A lot of these paintings look
How can you tell if they're finished?
Good point. Just little trinkets.
Let's leave them alone.
好吧，我们先去找 Popping 吗？好，先去找 Popping。
I need to confirm something with you, Poppy.
Confirm away.
What can you tell us about this cassette tape? Is it yours?
It belongs to Freya. She liked to have music playing while she was painting, you know.
And do you know what kind of music is on this tape?
No idea. Acid jazz?
It's piano music. Sounds an awful lot like your music, to be honest.
Sure it doesn't belong to you?
Why are we even talking about this? Cassette tapes have been redundant for a good few years now.
Yeah.
The tape was found at the crime scene. It was in the gramophone.
It's not mine. I'd never own anything like that.
Why not?
Not my color.
You used to like these colors.
Ridiculous.
We need a clue to compare with the cassette tape. Something that proves Poppy used to like these colors. Let's take a closer look at this. The pink cassette tape found at the crime scene matches the pink cassette player that was found in Poppy's room. Almost. Maybe just change. The message on the tape found at the crime scene matches the pink cassette player that was found in Poppy's room. Nope.
No.
The pink cassette
Yes.
found at the crime scene matches the pink cassette player used by Poppy in this old photo.
That is not me.
Yeah, it is. I'll prove it. You look a little different, but Fifi and Freya are pretty recognizable. It's clearly a photo of you with your two best friends. Why'd you tear it up and then hide it?
I think the answer is pretty straightforward. Poppy doesn't want to look like that anymore.
That's it. Makes this whole thing seem kind of irrelevant.
Maybe?
The reason she doesn't want to look like that anymore?
The passage of time is a powerful thing.
Hold on. This means that pink cassette tape does belong to you, Poppy.
It used to. I recorded some piano music onto it and gave it to Freya as a gift. Years ago.
Freya could have easily been listening to this tape at the exact moment she was killed. There's gotta be a connection between the tape, the gramophone, and the murder.
There's one other thing I want to know. How did it get that crack down the middle?
I have no idea. Eavesdrop what the stars are saying. Earthly tether, slowly fraying, floating.
我好喜
helpless
欢
from the
Popping
worst
的
of jealous
诗的
hunger,
感觉。
selfish thirst. Take a moment, kneel and meet the flowers growing at your feet. Feathers flashing in the light from a sunbeam
实在太浪漫。
gleaming bright. I shield my eyes and turn my head, but all at once I've been misled. Light is shining on the stage, but through the railings of a cage. With surging tide, the waves are thrown, an entity of all its own. But on its surface you may see, reflected in the waters be, the orchestrator, pale and still, pulling strings, enacting will. Softly does the flower grow, all in time, and time is slow. Rest a seed within the earth, but do not rush its gentle birth. Hour by hour, day by day, tune your heart to nature's way.
This is a photo of Fifi and Freya, right?
Yeah,
How come you're not in it? You're friends with them too, aren't you?
I'm not really one for photographs.
Fifi looks like she really admires Freya.
Fifi's loyalty to Freya is unshakable. Hey, that's me. Not a bad likeness.
It looks like you're standing in a rose bush.
Is there something wrong with that? I think everybody sees something different.
Did Freya ever tell you what she saw in it?
Not exactly. She said something about it being from a recurring nightmare.
Sorry, but if it was from a nightmare, why would you paint
Why?
it and leave it in front of your bed?
Maybe she wanted to take control of it. Giving something a physical form can make it easier to deal with. Well, sometimes. You get some weird insects around here. I've never seen one like that.
I'm not sure anyone has.
Freya might have. She used to keep beetles in a box in her room.
Why?
For fun, obviously.
I need to confirm something with you, Poppy.
Confirm away.
What can you tell us about this cassette tape?
It belongs to Freya. She liked to have music.
And do you know what kind?
No idea. Acid jazz?
It's piano. Sounds an awful...
Sure it doesn't belong to you?
Why are we even talking? Cassette tapes have
The
been.
tape was found at the crime.
It's not mine.
我可不可以再选一次？
You used to like it. We need a clue. Let's take a closer look at them. The pink cassette tape found at
That is not.
Yeah, it is. I'll prove it. You look a little different, but it's clearly a photo of you. Why'd you tear it
I
up?
think the answer is pretty straightforward.
如果我选这
It's
个，
Fifi and Freya now.
You sure about that?
Not entirely. I think the answer is pretty straightforward. The photo proves Poppy is the murderer.
You sure about that?
Not entirely. I think the answer is pretty straightforward.
真的耶，就只是这样而
Poppy
已
doesn't
啊。
want to look
That's it. Makes this whole
Maybe.
reason.
好吧，我直接就选正确了。
You recorded some.
Freya could have.
There's one other
May
home
show.
I have no.
There's
OK，
something about that something suspicious.
哦，
Let's ask her about it.
Is this your diary, Fifi? We found it in your bedroom.
Of course it is mine. Ridiculous question.
Why is it locked up like that?
You seriously require an explanation?
白目
Very
哦。
well. A fairly common concept, the so-called secret diary, is favored in particular by girls between the ages of 10.
So, there are secrets written in here?
This particular diary is unused.
It doesn't look unused.
It's Fifi's diary, and she has written in it.
I'm not sure about that.
Me neither.
This particular diary is unused.
It doesn't look unused.
不是日
It's
记
not a diary at all.
I'm not sure about that.
Me neither.
This particular diary is unused.
It doesn't look unused.
别人的日
It's
记。
somebody else's diary.
How did
Say?
you arrive at that conclusion? It is kept in my bedroom. It is mine.
We need a clue to compare with the diary. Something to prove who the
星星
original owner was.
它上面有一个星星，所以是谁的呢？谁的？是谁的？Who？喜欢星星的话，但是我又不，说不定，Puppy。我觉得这个蛮像的耶。
That's not it.
Nuts。
That kind of makes sense, but no.
哦，我看到了这里
Let's take a
，Flora。
closer look at this.
Liz。
This blue book is the same thing as the secret diary, which proves it belonged to
我
Freya.
真是太聪明了。
You were hiding Freya's diary in your room, and you kept it locked, too.
Why would I do either of these things?
坏。
Freya didn't want anyone to see personal secrets kept in her bedroom. Nope. Fifi didn't want anyone to see personal secrets kept in her bedroom. Almost. Maybe just change one thing. Fifi didn't want anyone to see personal secrets within a library book. Almost. Maybe just change one. Fifi didn't want anyone to see personal secrets buried in the garden. Almost. Maybe just change one. Freya didn't want anyone to see personal secrets buried in the garden. That's not right. Freya didn't want anyone to see personal secrets kept in her bedroom. That's not right either.
所以一定是 Fifi 耶。Fifi 不想让我们看到 Freya 在日记里写的。
Fifi didn't want anyone to see personal secrets within Freya's diary.
Yes.
Is this true, Fifi?
I know Freya was your friend, but if you're trying to hide something...
You did not know Freya, so this might be difficult to understand. She did her own thing, in her own way. By concealing Freya's written accounts, it is simply my intention to preserve her innocence.
Innocence?
Might be easier if you just let us read the diary, Fifi.
Fifi.
Very well. I will open it. However,
Yeah.
as you read it, please remember, Freya was the most kind and the most wise person I have ever known.
All right, Fifi unlocked the diary.
Finally. What's in there?
没有什么。他回来了，这是有实体的信。是我吗？是我放出去的。爆魂系。What?
Name, Percival Pointer. Age, 57. Profession, none.
I'm pretty sure he's an astronomer.
Oh, yes, of course. How uncharacteristically forgetful of me. Name, Penelope Pointer. Age, 27.
原来是
Profession,
37岁。
ornithologist. Likes, birds. Dislikes, insects. Notes, Penelope is very beautiful. I have never had very much in common with her.
为什么感觉有点 gay？
Do you know who was reading this book?
It belongs to my mother.
And she left it in the library?
No, my mother has not been in the library for some time. I am scared of birds.
Why?
It is an irrational fear. I have no suitable explanation.
Oh,
It is a flower. It reminds me of something, but I cannot say what. Who is this her to whom the message refers?
well, I don't know exactly.
Then how can I meaningfully evaluate this object? Next.
Next.
Now this is interesting. Where did you find it?
In the astronomy tower.
And yet, it does not concern the field of astronomy.
Nope.
Yes.
In fact, you could even say that entomology is the exact opposite of astronomy.
Yes.
You could.
I would not say that, however.
Oh, you wouldn't?
No, it would be quite naive.
其
To
实也
study
没有
science
到
in any field is to study the connections between all matter in
Yeah.
the universe, living or inanimate. I believe Freya was attempting to communicate something through this painting.
Any idea what it was?
I
I
am not
don't
the person to
know.
ask. All I see is a blood-red mountain with angry storm clouds brewing above it. As such, I cannot ascertain any meaning from it whatsoever. There is a drawing of me, a drawing of Detective Hawkshaw, and a drawing of Poppy and Fitz. This photograph is my favorite photograph.
So, why'd you rip it in half?
That was not me. Besides, it was not a half that was ripped off. It was only a third.
OK， 我们可以去别的地方，直接去找一下鸟鸟。
So, yeah, we found this.
Oh, that's nothing. You wrote, "Now I'll get her," on a piece of paper and hid it in your room.
你要对付
That's not
谁？
Actually, it's not the message I wanted to ask about. It's those red flower petals.
The petals.
他们是红玫
They're
瑰。
from red roses, and there's only one place in Tangle Tower with red roses.
We need a clue. Something that shows the roses and who they belong to.
我知道 ，lace。
It's a drawing of Fitz and Poppy in the rooftop garden. See what Fitz is holding?
I can imagine what you're getting at, but it doesn't matter. I couldn't have taken anything from the rooftop garden. It's only accessible from Fitz's room or Poppy's room. How could I have taken something from a garden to which I have no access?
Is it really only accessible from those two bedrooms?
For most people, it would be. But don't forget, Penny's the resident ornithologist.
My dears, what are you accusing me of?
这样
One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and distract them. Almost. Maybe just... One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and steal evidence from them. We know those two have been spending time together in the rooftop garden. I'm guessing you got paranoid. Wanted to know what they were up to.
I'm just not the jealous type. I would never suspect Fitz of anything like that. Besides, Tabitha hardly ever leaves her cage. She's certainly never flown up to the rooftop garden.
We need a clue to compare with Penny's birds. Something to prove one of them has been in the rooftop garden.
羽毛啊，
Let's take a closer look at these.
黄色的。
This yellow feather was left behind by Penny's yellow bird when it
Yes.
visited the rooftop garden.
I'm really, really smart.
I can't stand it! Knowing the two of them are hidden away up there in their private little garden. I couldn't risk spying on them myself, so I asked dear Tabitha to do it for me. I knew she'd be able to bring me back some evidence.
Sorry, Penny, but are you not overreacting a little?
You don't understand. Fitz is slipping away from me. He's so quiet with me these days, but being with Poppy seems to bring him out of his shell. I don't know what he sees in her miserable little...
我一直以为他们是兄妹，不是
This
吗？
really isn't your burden to bear.
Mm. 哎，我很想看一下他们的族谱。
What is
I
that?
think it's a family tree.
我现在比较了解他们几个。
Pandora pointer.
all this alliteration.
Do you think she still lives here?
Fiona Fellow. We met her. She's one of the suspects.
Fifi.
Poppy Pointer. We met her. She's one of the suspects.
No, Fitz.
Fitz Fellow.
We met him. He's one of the suspects.
哦，所以他们其实差的有点远哦。我原本以为他们是兄妹，长得太像了。好，那我们去最后一个房间好了。工作室。哦，是这个人。你好。
Sir? Can you hear me? I'm Private Detective Grimoire. I have some questions for you.
Grimoire. Good mysterious name. I'd rather like it. Felix Fellow at your beck and call.
Fellows.
And, this is my colleague, Sally.
Yeah, that's a perfectly good name as well.
Thanks.
If you would, Mr. Fellow, we really need to ask you about the murder.
I must say I'm rather jealous of you two.
Oh,
Why?
yeah? Why's that?
Out here solving mysteries, exploring new places, uncovering secret rooms, hidden treasures. That's what life is all about.
Yes.
Secret rooms?
Generally speaking, you know, that sort of thing.
So, Felix, what exactly do you, do?
Is it not obvious? I'm an explorer. Explorer/treasure hunter. Yes, well, best in the world.
We're talking like curse statues, spike pits.
It's a little more sophisticated than that. But I've certainly seen my share of danger, if that's what you're asking.
And, if I may ask, when did you retire?
You listen here. I may be between ventures right now, but it's simply not in my nature to stay in one place for too long. I go wherever the winds of destiny take me.
Don't you live here with your wife and daughter?
Yes, well, the Fellow family has certain loyalties, and with Flora the way she is...
Nothing wrong with raising a family, Mr. Fellow.
Don't misunderstand me. Fiona and Flora are my entire world. They are the greatest treasure.
哦，所以是 Fifi 的爸爸。
Why on earth would you want to know about that?
The murder of Freya Fellow. The reason we're here?
Ah, right. Nasty business. Very unfortunate. I regret that I can't be of any help, but I wish you all the best in your investigation.
Hear that, Grimoire? We're done here. Let's go.
It's a simple question, Felix. I'm sure you're up to it.
There's not much to tell. Mostly, I was in my room by myself, working on Flora's, on a project.
Your room is quite close to Flora's tower. You didn't hear anything unusual?
What qualifies as unusual?
What have you got?
It was dusk. A feeling lingered in the air. Malevolent, perhaps. Uncertain as life itself.
Abridged version, please.
Right. Fine. I heard someone heading down the stairs, just outside my room. The footsteps were calm, orderly, so I thought nothing of it. Shortly afterward, I heard a second set of footsteps, going the same way. This time I could tell just from the sound that something was wrong. So I looked out into the hallway. I got a glimpse of Poppy disappearing down the staircase to the floor below. Didn't know what to make of it, to be honest. I thought perhaps she'd had a disagreement with Fitz, as I know those two are close. So I looked into his room, just in case, but it was empty, as was the garden beyond his window. Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her. We went into Flora's room. Poor Freya was laying on the floor. Fiona, Poppy, Fitz, and Pointer were there already. Flora, too, of course. Soon enough, everyone else made their excuses and left.
Including you?
Not I. I stayed. Flora needed me. Dearest Flora, a remarkable woman. Yes, been married over 20 years now.
You two still get on?
Of course. What a question.
She hasn't gone quiet on you.
It's true she has an independent
这样是怎么结婚的？
her whole life. She's the youngest of 3. Always something of a lone wolf, you know? Just the way she is.
Lone wolf is putting it lightly.
对，她不
She
跟任
doesn't
何
seem to
人
want to
讲
talk
话，
to
她不
anyone.
跟任何
She
人
just
讲话
likes time to herself, away from the company of other
对
humans.
吧？
Other humans?
Well, yes, other people, you know.
I don't know.
You're the one currently basking in his presence. You tell me.
Let's move on.
My daughter Fiona, our little burgeoning genius.
Yes.
We did. She's going by Fifi these days.
So I've heard. I asked her some weeks ago, what's wrong with your real name? She told me, get this, she wanted a name with an even number of syllables. She makes up the strangest
Fiona,
things when she's
3个
under
音节。
pressure.
What makes you think
她
she
喜
made
欢
that up?
Fifi.
I happen to know the real reason she
Really?
prefers Fifi over Fiona.
Why?
Yeah?
It's what Freya called her.
Oh, okay.
Quite the character, eh? A fellow member of the Order of the Crimson Cloak.
Is that a real thing?
No, I just meant because we both wear, you know, red capes of a sort.
Has she questioned you yet?
If you call that questioning, she seemed bored by everything I had to say. I heard on the grapevine, supposedly Hawkshaw is searching for some rare item, something called the Golden Beetle. Honestly, it's probably a bunch of sensationalist rubbish.
You reckon?
Quite sure. There is no treasure called the Golden Beetle.
How do you know?
Because I would have heard of it. Uncommonly skilled as an artist, but Freya was so much more than her talent. She helped me get started with my own painting, you know. It taught me what she knew about wood
这么
carving.
厉害。
Tremendous patience. She was ever so good with dear Flora.
Freya and Flora were close?
Oh, yes, especially recently.
How are you related to Freya?
Somewhat distantly, as it happens. My father, Lord Fellow, was her grandfather. Technically, that makes her a fellow. Let's just say there was some discussion over whether she ought to carry the name at all. There's a family tree in the Grand Hall. You should take a look at it.
What about her inheritance?
Freya's parents died when she was around 3 years old. She came to live here shortly afterwards.
Nobody left her a thing?
I'm afraid not. She had no formal claim over anything at Tangle Tower.
所以她才住在那个
Fitz?
小窝的。
I don't trust him. He's slippery. Never commits to anything. Brain like an onion.
An onion?
Did you two have an argument?
Oh, no, but my daughter doesn't like him at all. And I trust Fiona's judgment entirely. She's a very vigilant young woman. Percival Pointer. Yes, good old... So, what do you reckon? Is he the murderer?
I don't know, maybe. We still need...
That is not information we're willing to share at this time.
I'm just saying, keep an eye on him. Holds on to a lot of bitterness, does old Pointer. Just because he's always struggled to support his family. Slightly pathetic, really.
And how long have you known him?
Over 35 years.
Childhood friends? Rivals?
Don't know if I'd do him the honor of considering him my rival. Penelope seems to have really settled into a groove. She struggled a bit when she was younger. Always a little estranged.
How come?
Well, she was mostly raised by her uncle. And he really only makes time for his own daughter. Now, of course, she's bringing the two families together through her marriage. It's a nice gesture, heartfelt, but futile. Poppy's a good friend to my daughter, always has been. I think they get on well because they're so different.
Different like how?
Poppy is, she's quite introspective, good with feelings. Fiona, not so much. Still, Poppy always seems to be sulking about something.
The heavy, heavy price of emotional intelligence.
Charming, isn't it? Yes. Built by the Remington family originally. Dear Flora's father and his associates.
But now it's owned by you? By the Fellow family?
The Fellows and the Pointers have both come to claim a certain degree of ownership.
And who named it Tangle Tower?
Flora chose the name.
What does it mean?
I think it was her intention that it mean nothing at all. Something of a fresh start.
From what?
Why?
This really isn't for me to say, but she had some kind of disagreement with her siblings. After they moved away, Flora changed the name of the house. I think perhaps she hoped it would make them feel unwelcome, yes, less likely to come back.
That's kind of extreme.
Yes, it is rather, isn't it? What's this?
It's my case file. It's how I know what I'm supposed to be doing.
You mean to say you're bound by the limits of what's written in this little document? Sounds dreadful.
I find it comforting.
Rather ugly, isn't it, as far as statues go? Years of wind and rain have not been kind to it either.
Do you know what it is? The creature, I mean.
It's connected to the Remington family history in some way, but I can't recall.
再玩上一座，但是上一座全部都是英文，我玩不下去，因为我没有办法理解。
That looks like it might belong to Pop. I'm as confused as you are. It would have been a beautiful painting. It's rather a shame Freya was unable to finish it.
Nothing about it seems strange to you.
Well, all these modern paintings are slightly strange, aren't they? The emotion of the piece taking over from, say, anatomical accuracy.
What about the knife in Flora's hand?
A knife? That's what you see?
You don't?
Well, as I was saying, Freya's artistic approach distorts certain shapes. Hard to say exactly what we're looking at.
怎么看得到啊？
It's unlike her to leave paint on the brush.
I think we'll give her a pass, given the circumstances.
Ah, yes. So we shall. Looks like Freya's paints.
Do you know why the pots are cracked down one side?
No, that's very odd. They're normally in excellent condition.
You seem pretty sure about that.
对呀、
Does Flora normally keep something in here?
She must do, but I admit I've never managed to work out what.
Why not just ask her?
I feel like if somebody keeps something locked away in a ceramic egg, it's because they don't want to be asked about it.
Rules to live by.
Flora's quite fond of that old thing. It's in poor shape, though.
Do you know what happened to it?
Can't say I do. But that looks like it might belong to Poppy. Why would someone lock up a book like that?
We think it's a secret diary.
Ah, teenagers are funny, aren't they? Now this is still in very good condition, apart from the crack, of course.
What about those shards on the inside of the horn?
Looks like somebody broke a glass and was trying to conceal the evidence. Cunning. Oh dear.
Do you know who this is?
Not a clue. I've never been one for music. Why not ask Poppy instead? Why don't you ask Fiona about that one? Looks like her area of expertise.
对，好，聊天室很小，聊天室很小吗？哎，真的，真的耶，怎么长成这样子嘞？对呀，我看哦，那我要调一下。真的耶，我好惊讶，因为我今天是改成 OBS 用。这样子我可能要重弄一下。那个东西叫做什么啊？天哪！不是这个，真的耶，因为我刚才都没注意到。我看一下。 那个东西叫做什么？编辑一下。可能字体要调大。等我一下下。我看一下聊天室圈吧，在哪里？这个吗？这通知不对。哦，这个字体大小，多久？真的假的？copy 看看好了。设定一下。不是这里，这个。设定。等一下。等一下，我试一下这样的，因为照理说那个大小应该要是没有问题，没有，这样还是太小。等一下，编辑一下。怎么会小成这样啊？还是这个要改？这要改吗？1、2、3，对啊，它怎么会这么小？聊天室，是不是要调大小？等一下，为什么不让我调？ 哎，现在连看都看不到，三小。哎。なんで真的耶，现在是连看都看不见，为什么？直接重用好了。那怎么会这样子嘞？1、2、3，为什么我现在看不到字？看不到字，なんで？好气哦，烦欸！为什么？为什么今天就用 OBS 就这么多问题？但是，对啊，反正这里，对啊，就好小哦，为什么？如果我把字再修，如果这样。界面的聊天室，网址会变吗？1、2、3，哎，好像有变大一点点诶，有吗？那我调超他妈大看看。 哦，变好大哦，太大了，太大了啦，太大了啦，再小一点点。有一点太大了，再小一点点。可以，可以，可以。怎么会跟平常的完全不一样？奇怪。1、2、3，站着穿，可以啦，就这样吧。70。可以吧？好了，继续玩了。
Did you check the treasure map for clues? And what about that painting on the chest itself?
对，延迟很严重，我不知道为什么，可能是设定关系。因为今天我用 OBS， 然后我平常是用 Twitch 那个实况，但是反正将就一下。哎，不对，这里也有艘船哎，所以不是从船开始。那应该是东吧。
Still locked.
I think like there are different versions.
怎么看都是这个啊？还是要看这一格 I3。
That was
The pad is just a grid reference for the map.
肯定是叉叉这个吧？啊，我的起点是什么？我不知道啊。方位是什么？错的距离比较远。还有别的吗？但是有龙，有山，有，就只有那一个啊。我也不知道怎么弄，好讨厌哦，救命哦！所以我看一下我之前的设定是怎么样。H6， 这样吗？哦，是这样子哦。哦，是要从H6往西看。好哦，等一下我看一下。哦，位元速率我平常是调4500而已。设定一下，现在没办法设定。哎，可以。音效位元率。FPS。这样子。
I did it. What do I win?
Not bad. What was in the box?
More wooden models. These are a little different to the one on the desk.
哦，好可爱哦！这个怎么看都是那个啊 ，Fro 哦。
I've been carving for
原
a
来是
couple
你
of
雕刻的。
years now. I was hopeless when I started, but it didn't take me long to master it, as you can see.
Do you paint them yourself too?
I do indeed. Freya kindly taught me the basics. Nowadays, I can make just about anything I can imagine. Of course, this particular model is a self-portrait based on hard fact.
Hard fact, huh? So, you own a sword, Felix?
Of course, I own a great many. But my weapons are stored well away from Tangle Tower. Safety first and all that.
음, 重新开一次看，好不稳哦，救命哦！
Ah, you found it. What do you think, huh? I had to rush the final touches a little bit. It turned out all right, though.
What's it supposed to be?
It's Flora, of course, surrounded by all her favorite people.
对呀。
There's something about Felix's paintings, something suspicious.
Let's ask him about it.
There's something about the image of something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
我也不知道是什么问题。画面又卡住了。 到底问题是什么？救命哦！画面卡住了。调低影像设定，调低影像设定。真的不会动，当然。哎，这样是不是好？有吗？我不知道。突然觉得字好像还是有点大，有点不习惯。好玩哦！笔电是不是跟 OBS 犯冲？我不知道，可能吧。